Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Shameless in Chicago. This is your host, Nin.
And I'm Luke.
And on today's episode, we are going to be talking about languages.
That's a subject near and dear to my heart. What languages have you brought for us today?
Okay, so we've actually brought a couple of languages today. We've got Arabic for dummies.
I don't speak that.
Neither do I,
Okay.
but I've been exposed to it.
And we are dummies.
When it comes to Arabic, yeah, we're not the greatest. And then we've got modern Aramaic, which is modern Assyrian, which is the language that I speak.
Aramaic?
Yeah.
That to me as a white person sounds scary.
But it's Assyrian. So, and then we have Farsi, because I feel like Farsi might actually be an easier language to learn.
Where do they speak Farsi?
They speak Farsi in Iran, and they also have it in Afghanistan as well. Obviously, Arabic is the majority language that's spoken throughout the Middle East. However, Farsi does not use gendered terms or gendered language.
Oh, wow.
So I feel like it's a lot easier to learn, whereas in Arabic and Assyrian, you do have to change your words based off of the gender you are speaking about or your own gender. And then last but not least, we have Spanish.
Why did you bring that here?
So guys, if you didn't know, Luke was on a week-long vacation in beautiful Mexico.
Yes. I went to beautiful San Luis Potosi in Mexico. I loved it, but why did you bring Spanish flashcards?
So Luke did not just go to Cabo San Lucas, where people speak like English and Spanish. He went to San Luis Potosi, which is where the locals live, and majority of people only spoke Spanish.
Yes, and I did feel like a goldfish.
So I thought, what better way to test his language skills other than him being immersed in the language and his partner being Mexican and speaking Spanish and, you know, all the good things.
Yeah, let's do it. I got this. I can get this for sure.
All right,
Not a
let's
problem.
start. Let's start with the initial introductions in each language. So let's start with the first one in Spanish. Look, how do you say hello? How are you?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, ¿y tú?
Bien.
Bien, gracias.
Gracias. Okay, yeah, I actually got corrected a lot while in Mexico with my gracias and my por favor. So that's on me. I am a bad guest.
Okay, so Spanish, not that great. Okay, Farsi, do we know how to say hello, how are you in Farsi?
I don't even know what a letter looks like in Farsi.
Well, they use the Arabic script, so.
Okay.
Salam, chatori. And then you would say khobam, chatori. And you would say khobam, morsi. Khobam means good. I just learned that. Arabic, do we know how to say hi, how are you in Arabic?
Salam alaikum?
Yeah, alaikum salam. There you go. Or you could say merhaba, shlonek, kifik. And then we have Assyrian. Do you know how to say hi, how are you in Assyrian?
No, because you're really bad at teaching me Assyrian.
Actually, I taught Armand how to say hi, how are you
Okay,
in
but why
Assyrian.
didn't you teach me?
I don't know. I felt like Armand was a little bit more receptive, easier, even though you've done languages. But in Assyrian, it's shhlamalach dachit, pshana adachit, basam taspai bakr kiapach.
Well, hold on. That one phrase was what?
No, so you would say shlama. Oh, this is female speaking. So female speaking to another female. You would say shhlamalach dachit, and then she would respond pshana at dachit. Or you'd say spy, shkira laha, which is good, thank God. At dachit, how are you?
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I didn't retain a single word of that. And I
Yeah, no,
apologize.
exactly. No, I knew he wouldn't.
Yeah, no, my language has really come from German, Chinese, Polish. Those were some things that I focused on when I was growing up. Those were languages I focused on.
Why those languages? They're like not in common. Like they're not from the same family tree.
They're not at all. So, you know, when you're in high school, you have to take electives. And I grew up in a really small town, and Chinese was a class that was offered. So I said, let's be different. I took one.
Being gay wasn't different enough in a small
Wasn't
town?
out yet, okay? I had to be some way different some way else.
Okay.
So I took Chinese, and I was really good at it. I was actually at one of the top of my class. Unfortunately, I moved in between my freshman and my sophomore year, so I was not able to further on my education. But, you still take the electives. I took German.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so I took German. And
When you transferred high schools?
yes, when I transferred
Okay.
over to high schools, when we eventually had our fateful meeting.
When we met. When the stars aligned.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I must still be sick from Mexico.
Okay.
So I took German, and that was kind of like, it was really fun. And then I had a bit of a period of time back when I was younger in my teen years where I was really proud of being Polish for absolutely no reason.
Oh.
And I would talk to my counselor. Her and I were really cool. She's still teaching at the same school. I hope she's having a great, amazing time. But I told her I had an interest in learning Polish because that was, the language of my grandfather and back on.
But
back
only
on.
one side of your family, because your mom's side of the family is Swedish, correct?
They're Irish. Yeah, we have some Swedish. My mom's got the blonde hair. We have a lot of blondies, but our true blood is in Ireland.
Okay.
But so, they speak Gaelic and English, but, Gaelic is dying out as it is, which is kind of sad. I hate it when languages die out.
I hope they bring it back. I hope they bring the language back.
I love a language named Gaelic. It really gets me off.
I love a language revival as well.
It's amazing. But so I thought Polish would be great because living in Chicago, there's a great big Polish-speaking population.
Did you know after Spanish, Polish is the most spoken language in Illinois?
I do believe it.
Yeah, it is.
Everyone flocks here. We're sister cities with Warsaw.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So I thought it would be really interesting, and I told my counselor about it, and she actually went out of her way to bring me a book to teach myself Polish.
Oh, nice.
And this kind of threw me on this path in which I fell in love with learning different languages. But all of this did not even exist to me until I was a man.
Oh, wow.
Except for Spanish. We just were lazy on Spanish.
Yeah, Luke was telling me earlier that his Spanish is he's a little bit lazier to learn it because he just wants to be immersed in it rather than going out of his way to teach himself Spanish. And I wonder if anybody else feels that way, because I feel that way about Arabic too. A lot of Assyrians speak Arabic because Assyria existed amongst the borders of Iran, Iraq, Syria, and Turkey. So majority of Assyrians speak Assyrian and Arabic and English. And so it's a language that I've been exposed to, a language I've heard all throughout my life. To sit there and read a book and to learn the language just seems exhausting to me.
It feels like a chore, doesn't it? When I could be putting my effort into something I know nothing about rather than learning with someone who could just teach me. Because at the end of the day, the Spanish that you learn in a book, it's going to be very, very proper.
Yeah.
And proper isn't really going to get you a ways around. If you're going to go somewhere, you need to kind of learn how to speak slang. You need to learn how to speak like a local.
Yeah, and especially since a lot of languages utilize loan words, and I think that most languages don't want to accept the fact that they use loan words, but sometimes the loan word is a lot easier than coming up with your own word. Even in the English language, fiancé is literally a French word, but we were we're not going to come up with one. Charcuterie is a French word.
Now, are these the same in French?
Yeah, they're French words.
Awesome. We call those cognates.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
So a cognate is a word in one language in which it's the same in another language. It sounds the same and it means the same.
Okay.
But so now we have what we call false cognates, and that's what we call false friends because they're fake friends. So we've got two words. We'll say, I think, magazine in Polish, it means shop or something. And in Russian, magazine means something entirely different. I think it can mean a different shop.
Yeah.
So we call that a false cognate. But if a word happens to be the same or if it's adopted into another language, that's a cognate.
Then what's a loan word?
It's probably the same thing, a synonym.
Okay, well, there was one in Farsi that I learned. Okay, it's the word nora, and in Assyrian, nora means mirror. So let's see what it means in Farsi. It says it means bright torch, but I could have sworn I saw this girl on TikTok. She's like, nora means this in Farsi.
Well, you're gonna trust TikTok over a book?
Well, yeah, she was a Persian speaking girl.
Fair enough. We've all been fooled.
Anyways, there's a lot of words that might mean something in one language but mean something in a different language, and which I find really interesting. Yeah, so what's a loan word?
A loan word, I can't tell you what a loan word is because I've never used that in terms of an actual language learning situation. I've always used the word cognate for words that mean the same. It could just be a synonym for because cognate, no one...
You know what? I think a loan word might mean that language has the word. They just choose to use the word from a different language.
You know what? I think I understand. Loan word will be a shot-for-shot spelling copied of both languages, but a cognate is all based on sound and slant spelling, so it must just look similar.
Okay. So
I hope that's correct.
I'm thinking
Chime in.
I'm thinking doktor is doctor in Assyrian, which comes from the Turkish word of doktor, which obviously doctor and all of that. Doktor. However, in Assyrian, the word for doctor is actually esya, but we don't use that a lot. So we loan word dochter. I don't know. And then a cognate could be like in Arabic, a translator is mutarjim, is to translate. Okay. And then we also use that in Assyrian, mutarjim.
Yeah, so I would call that a cognate.
That's absolutely. A cognate, not a loan word, because that's the word we actually have. All right, we figured it out, guys. We figured it out.
We'll do the research, and if we're wrong,
we're not going to do the research, honestly.
I always do the research. Moving on to languages. So I see that we have a couple of books. We have Arabic for Dummies. We've got modern Aramaic. Not even my mouth will allow me to say this word sometimes. And it looks like we have a book that you would take on vacation to go somewhere where they speak Farsi, so that way you're able to get around. I used to have a few of these. But I have to get back to my question then.
Okay.
Why did you bring flashcards?
Because we're going to be asking Luke some questions in Espanol.
I can answer those.
Okay, mind you, I've been surrounded by Spanish-speaking Mexicans my entire life. So when I pronounce words or the way that I understand Spanish is from a Mexican point of view. Let's get right into it. Also, guys, please let us know if we're saying these words correctly. I'd like to think that I am.
And I know that I won't.
So let's go and get right into it. ¿Cuándo va a estar listo?
Can I see how that's pronounced, please?
Yeah.
I would like to see how this is pronounced. ¿Cuándo va a estar listo?
¿Cuándo va a estar listo?
When will this be ready?
That's because you could see it.
Well, you had it up against the line.
You could see it. Okay.
Hey, I got it right. That's one for me.
¿De quién es esto?
¿De quién es esto? What is it?
Whose is this?
Whose is this?
¿Dónde está?
Where is?
Where is it?
Where is it?
¿Qué día es hoy? What day is it? What day is it today?
Yeah,
I didn't even...
You got me on that one.
¿Cómo se escribe?
Who are you messaging?
How does one write? Oh. How do you spell? ¿Qué es esto?
¿Qué es esto? What is it?
Yeah, nice job. My favorite. ¿Qué pasa?
¿Qué pasa? What's up?
Yeah, what's happening? What's going on? ¿Puedo hacerla una pregunta?
Can I ask you a question?
I'm going to guess it means I have a question to ask. Can I ask you a question? Yeah.
Pregunta.
¿De quién hablas?
How do you say?
Who are you talking about?
Oh.
¿Qué hay de malo?
What's wrong?
Yeah.
Hey.
¿Puedo llamarte más tarde?
What's going on tonight?
Can I call you later?
Damn it.
I would have thought the same thing.
Well, I hear tarde, I think tonight.
Yeah, tarde, I think like late. Yeah, so, I mean later, I guess.
Fair enough, it got me there.
¿Qué prefieres?
What do you prefer?
Yeah. ¿Qué quieres?
What do you want?
Oh my gosh, I want you.
¿Qué quieres?
¿Cuánto cuesta?
How much do you want?
I'm going to guess how much is it? Oh, yeah.
How much does it cost?
And the second line said, how much is it? So I was right. Aceptan tarjetas de crédito.
Do you accept credit card? That's my favorite question.
Well, how do you say it?
I don't know, but that's my favorite question.
Oh, so you know it.
I always hope the answer is yes.
All right, let's get into feelings and emotions.
Wait, hold on. I thought we were talking about languages. I don't want to talk about my feelings and emotions. Oh, you mean the cards? Oh, okay.
That's too bad. What a shame. Qué lástima.
I'm going to test you.
Okay, go off.
Tengo miedo.
I have a headache.
I'm afraid.
Oh, okay.
Mi padre está enojado.
My father's an asshole.
My father is angry. Okay. Some of these really kind of feel negative. I'm not going to lie to you.
No, this card deck is so interesting because some of these words are like, oh, okay.
No te preocupes. Oh, I don't know how to say that.
No te preocupes. I don't know. I am
don't
busy.
Worry.
Oh.
All right. Estoy nervioso.
I'm nervous.
Yep, that's exactly what it was. ¿Por qué lloras?
Why are you something?
Why are you crying?
What is it?
Why are you crying?
Okay, but how do you say it?
So it's ¿por qué lloras? When you see two L's next to each other.
It's a y.
Yeah.
Lloras?
Lloras.
Is to cry?
Lloras.
Well,
cry,
I
baby.
don't understand. I don't feel like I've ever heard that term in Spanish before.
Neither have I. Well, that's because you're not supposed to cry.
Facts.
All right. Te ves triste.
I'm sad.
You seem sad. ¿Cómo te sientes?
What are you thinking about?
How are you feeling?
Oh.
I feel like I got that question a lot. That's what that was? Oh.
¿Cómo te sientes?
Te
How are
quiero.
you? Oh, I love you. Means I want you.
Yeah, I love you. Estoy tranquila.
I'm tired.
I'm calm. Tranquil.
Tranquil, relax.
See, so hold on. That's a perfect example of a cognate.
Yeah.
Tranquila. Tranquil.
Yeah, there you go.
Estoy tranquila. Yo soy Luke.
Okay.
No swiping. Ella está contenta.
She's content.
She is happy.
Oh, okay.
Es repugante?
She's repugnant.
That's what I think. That's disgusting.
Oh, repugnant
S,
is gross.
Not she, S.
Okay.
Okay, so I think we're pretty okay on our Spanish.
All right, so Spanish, we're not too bad. Should we do Assyrian next to see how good you are?
How good I am.
Yeah.
I want to see how good you are, Miss First Language. I remember a fun story you told me when your mom dropped you off at daycare and she's like, I don't even know if she speaks English.
Funny story, actually. When my mom dropped me off at preschool on my first day, she went in and talked to the teacher and was like, hey, like, she doesn't speak any English because we only speak Assyrian at home, and that's the language that she's, you know, immersed in. And so I went into school, and the teacher was like, don't worry, she'll learn soon. And then my mom came to pick me up and was like, oh, how'd she do? And she goes, your daughter speaks perfect English. She is fine. And my mom's like, how? And she's like, does she watch English-speaking television? My mom was like, yeah, of course. And she's like, well, then, there you go. That's how she learns.
See, and I just want, everyone to see Caillou is not useless. He's teaching your kids English.
Yeah.
He's not just a crybaby. He's a productive crybaby.
No, literally. And a lot of people, like, in Iraq and stuff like that, the people that I met, they speak English. And I'm like, how do you speak English? Like, how do you know how to speak English? TV, Friends. Friends is like the #1 show that people learn how to watch, how to speak English on.
So it's something that we could all connect over.
Yeah, no, literally.
I love that. But you know what else I love? I love seeing how well I can pronounce Assyrian and how well you know Assyrian.
I know Assyrian 100%.
So
thank God.
when I'm going to proclaim Zakuta, that
Okay.
means I'm proclaiming what?
I don't know.
Zakuta.
I don't know what that word means.
Victory.
Oh, victory. Okay.
I'm going to go open a random page and we're
Okay.
going to say Anwe.
Not grapes.
Yes, correct. Anwe is grapes. All right, let's check a new one. Let's give you something that may be something you don't hear regularly.
Oh,
So, uro,
I don't know.
a crow.
Oh, okay. Wait, I know how to say that. Crow?
Yeah.
No, not
Erro,
Irwa.
U-R-W-O.
Akorwa.
That's not how it is
How
here.
about in the Torioyo version?
Toryoyo? I don't have a toryoyo.
No, where is it? Where are you?
Right here. Crow.
Oh, yeah, Orwa. No, Akorwa. Oh, yeah. I mean, just to remind you that Assyrians do have different dialects, so this is a different dialect.
Yes, how I understand it, they have 100 different dialects, and no
Yeah.
two Assyrians that meet each other will speak the same dialect.
It's very rare.
That doesn't seem very constructive.
Yeah.
But it's also very fun. It's like a game of chess. All right, so we're going to move on to Dabobo.
Bear?
No, it's something that's annoying you in this moment right now. No, it's not me.
A fly?
Yes,
How do you say it?
Dabobo.
Dabobo?
Dabobo.
Oh, okay.
All right, let me check another one. I'm going to try and find something that's maybe something we'll hear on a regular basis that you'll have a conversation. Why is there a phrase in here to lay mines? Interesting. All right, moving on. Okay, this is something that is also very dangerous to some people.
Okay.
Fistak.
Seeds?
Close.
Pumpkin seeds? Cashews? Nuts?
Pistachios.
Pistachios.
Yes. How many times have you almost tried to kill me with a pistachio?
We say fistica.
Fistaka?
Fistica.
See, it's a different dialect.
Yeah.
All right. So it's, hey, at least you're getting these, but are you better in this Aramaic?
No.
Also Assyrian?
No. So Aramaic, for those of you that don't know, Assyrian is Neo-Aramaic, but we call it Assyrian because that's the language that we speak is Assyrian. You'll hear the terms interchangeably such as Syriac and all of that. It literally just means Assyrian. Even if you hear people say, oh, I speak Chaldean, it's also a different variation of Assyrian, except it has like Assyrian and Arabic words used in there. Also, you have Torioyo, which is the Assyrian dialect spoken in Turkey, which is basically a completely different language for me that I cannot understand.
let's try a new word. I think you'll know this one. I think you think it about me sometimes.
Ugly. Sawana.
Okay, so this is a different word that I think you think of me sometimes. But excuse me for a moment.
He's more dramatic than the Turkish soap operas.
Casino.
Casino?
Is it SH?
SH?
Yeah.
Is sh.
Casino.
Casino?
Mm-hmm.
Like fancy?
No.
Dressed up?
No.
I don't know.
Fat.
Oh, we say trisa.
See, I don't know if I can trust this book, or I don't know if I can trust you. Are you lying to me?
No, but that's the word, trisa.
Okay, hold on. Let's try 2 more words, right? I'm just going to open this over to the S's.
It's funny, like all of the words he's using in here, like, homie, like we don't use these.
It's all I have. All right, we're going to try this one. All right, so I'm going to try this word right here.
Okay.
Shaitoyo.
Shatoyo?
Shatoyo.
I don't know.
Alcoholic.
Oh, Shatiana.
Shatiana, is that an alcoholic woman?
No, Shatiana is just an alcoholic.
Man, these words are throwing me for a loop. Okay,
Dude, they're throwing me for a loop.
Maybe this is the other one.
Okay.
But so I'm going to try scoot.
I don't know.
0.
Oh. Seapod.
Yeah, no, everything in here is different.
There are some words that are the same.
But I chose every single word that was different.
Yeah, he happened to choose every single word that was different. So what we learned today is that Luke needs to improve his language skills.
And what we learned today is that Nin has no problem ripping apart a library book when she sees fit.
It fell.
It fell?
It literally fell.
It fell?
Okay, it was clearly glued on the sides.
It fell.
So anyways, I actually hope for myself. Okay, so I had a conversation with my friend Lily, and right now I don't have a job currently. So yeah, the job market has been as some of you, all of you may know. And in this time that I don't have a job, my friend Lily was like, well, why don't you take the time to like learn and study and all of that? Because I do have to take my licensure exam for psychology. And I'm like, you know what, you're right. Because I did get my real estate license, and I was like, oh, I learned, I did something, but I did that, finished it, whatever. And so I went to the library to get the study guidebook for the psych exam. And I was like, I stumbled upon the language section. I was like, wait, Farsi is just such a language that I've had such a piqued interest in, because I feel like it is an easier language to learn because it's not a gendered language. And I'm like, well, learning Farsi would be fun. You know, it's not a gendered language. I feel like it's a lot easier to learn. You just have to have like no past, present, and current and whatever tenses. So I was like, why not? Let's do this. And I also wanted to see if the Modern Assyrian book was good. Arabic for Dummies, again, I just don't feel like learning it. Spanish, I feel like I just have to like brush up on it. I knew a good amount of Spanish a few years ago because I listened to the music and I immersed myself. Like my best friends around me were all speaking Spanish. Now we've all gone our separate ways and I don't listen to the music anymore. So my Spanish has gone really down bad.
Just like you.
No, just like you. Spending a week in Mexico, dating a Mexican man for the past 3 years, and was embarrassing because he didn't know a lick of Spanish.
I had Google Translate at my side.
Damn.
Thank you, T-Mobile data plan.
Anyways, well, that was a fun episode. Thank you all so much for tuning in on this episode of Shameless in Chicago. I hope you guys enjoyed our language lesson today.
Yes, and please make sure that you join us next time as I sit Nin down so that way she can take her official Icelandic test.
Ooh, you know they only have like 500,000 speakers.
Like what kind of speakers? Bose, Klipsch, JBL?
Oh my gosh. All right, until next time. Bye.
Bye, everyone.